Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, May 1st already. And the heavy rain threat looks like it'll come to an end this morning from west to east as the cold front moves through. We've had some thunderstorms here this morning in the Breckenridge area. Those storms rapidly moving off to the northeast. And once that front goes through, we're going to have a break in the precipitation, maybe about 4 to 6 hours. And again, some areas this morning across southeast lower Michigan will be in the low 60s, but as that front and the cold air wraps in, we'll see our temperatures drop into the 40s by later this afternoon, and we'll see more showers develop around that system that'll be pinwheeling around the area. And we expect cool 40s and showers to last into the day on Tuesday. But again, amounts will be generally under a quarter of an inch once that front moves through. And the time all is said and done, from late last week into tomorrow night, looks like precipitation amounts will end up in the 2 to 3 inch range in the watch areas, lesser to the south and east. And again, a light at the end of the tunnel as we look at the headlines again. Any thunderstorms will be this morning. Cooler with rain showers moving back into the area this afternoon with chilly temperatures in the 40s. But you can see the extended outlook, while cooler than normal, looks like we finally get into some drier than normal weather. Now, it'll certainly be a welcome change. And if we look at the normals for the day, our normal high is 64, the normal low is 40. And if we look at the warm spot across the U.S. yesterday, 97 degrees at Tampa, Florida. And the cold spot, 2 above zero at Honholtz Ranch in Colorado. And if we look at conditions closer to home yesterday, temperatures you can see across much of the area only in the low 40s, even with a couple of wet snowflakes here in the Breckenridge area. Meanwhile, down in southeast lower Michigan, where also temperatures today are warm, yesterday's highs were into the mid 50s. And as that warm front creeped up into the area, temperatures this morning are up into the low 60s in many areas across southeast lower Michigan. And you can see those temperatures out there this morning. Cooler temperatures in the 40s off to the northern areas into the flood watch area, with temperatures in the 50s in the thumb and 60s in southeast lower Michigan. So pretty warm across the southeast part of the state. But again, as that cold front moves through, we're going to see our temperatures fall in those warm areas here for today. If we look at the low-level wind field, you can see southerly winds coming up, and you can see about where the dividing line of the warmer areas where that easterly wind component takes over, much cooler above that warm front. And the temperatures again in the 40s across the northern areas, even some wet snowflakes mixed in, and they're getting quite a bit of snow on the back side of this low pressure system in Iowa, and you can clearly see that on radar, that big upper low spinning across Iowa, and it's going to move off to the northeast, and again, it's going to bring some more showers into the area this morning. But again, they should be rapidly moving off to the east. We get into this dry slot for a period before, as that upper low moves to the east, we start to see some rain mix back into the area here later on this afternoon through Tuesday. And you can see on the weather map that low pressure system across Iowa and another weaker system that's bringing the cold front through the area right now. Large area of severe storms off to our east expected today up and down the eastern seaboard. And if we look at the weather map tomorrow, that low will have moved up to northeast of Lake Superior, and we'll still have some wraparound showers, but eventually we'll see some drier conditions move in as we get in to very late Tuesday into Wednesday with no precipitation. This system looks to head to the northeast. These systems stay to the south, and we should get sandwiched in between. And as we look at this system that's going to come down, though, it's going to drop down to the east, or we think it is. So the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right now we're calling for little to no precipitation. But if this thing were to park itself a little closer to the Great Lakes, we could have another wet period late this week into the weekend. Right now, the best bet is most of the rain will be off to our east, but it's something we're going to have to watch closely here over the next several days. And if we look at precipitation, you can see much of this across Michigan and back to the northwest is what we expect to happen here this morning into later tomorrow, as that low pressure system brings plenty of rain and snow off to the northwest. Showers that'll be moving out to here in the east. You can see over the next 7 days, heaviest precipitation is going to be well off to our south and east. And as far as weather watch this morning, you can see a number of, this is our current flood watch. We expect that to get dropped sometime later today, I think. And you can see all the areas of all the rivers and streams under different types of flood advisories, warnings, and whatnot. Area flood watches off to the south from southern Illinois down to Arkansas, where they've had just devastating flooding with a number of fatalities. Wind advisories across the parts of the Tennessee Valley and also back into the Dakotas. And you can see a large area of winter weather advisories, even winter storm warnings up to the northwest of Lake Superior. So a pretty active weather watch this morning. We should see things calm down for much of this week across the Great Lakes. And again, with the extended outlooks looking cooler but drier than normal, hopefully we can begin to get a little more planting done here as we get towards the end of this week and next week. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great work week, and 73s to all.